What's up, guys? Sean from Srkcycles.com, and we have a 2007 Harley Davidson 883R. This is a pretty cool bike. Let me show you the walk around, just quick walk around real quick, just to show you how dirty it is. And let's see how it runs. Now, I do 2 videos for every bike. I do a walk around and I do a test drive video. This is a test drive video. I'm going to show you how it rides. If you want to see all the intricate little specs and see what kind of damage it has and all that stuff and the condition of it, check out the walk around video. It's got 32,000 miles on it. Fires up really well. It's got a good sound on it. Clutch feels very responsive. Clutch feels great. And if the tires looked a little low to you when I was walking around it, you are correct. The tires suck. They are basically bald. So the tires will need to be changed. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sell the bike cheaper. I don't got time to be changing tires out. This is actually my first 883 I've ever ridden, I think. And it's not that bad. Tell it's a smaller motor. Takes a little while for it to, you know, start moving. Not as snappy as some of the bigger bikes, but it's not as slow as I thought it might be. It's definitely it's still got that good Harley sound to it. Definitely wake up the neighbors. It's not bad. It's got a tiny little tank, if you're into that stuff. It's got, you know, forward controls on it. It's just an all-around good entry-level motorcycle and or Harley Davidson. You really it definitely runs good. I'm very surprised with how good this motor runs. 32,000 miles does not feel like anything on this bike. It's fuel injected, which is awesome. If you can go fuel injected, do it. If you can't, just make sure it's tuned right. This bike definitely runs pretty good. It is the 883R, which you don't see them too often. But it's definitely cool. It's definitely got a nice sound. It's a pretty comfortable, it's a fairly comfortable ride. I mean, I'm not... You really don't know how comfortable a ride really is until you do a couple hours. Occasionally you ride a bike and you're like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is the worst. I don't even want to finish my little 10-minute test drive. But in most of those cases, that bike's been modified. Someone decided it was a good idea to stiffen the suspension or something like that. Beautiful day outside. If you wonder why I'm not wearing my gloves, I don't know where they're at. If you know where my gloves are, let me know. I've been looking for them for the past couple days. bike's definitely got a good sound to it. And it's definitely going to be a really good, it's going to be a real good price point. You're looking at less than 4,000 bucks for this thing. It runs good. It looks good. It does need tires. It definitely pulls. It just doesn't get up there, and just doesn't get up there as fast as some of the other bikes do. But you know, for a beginner or someone entry level or lower mid level, this is a great bike. And if you just don't care about going fast anymore, I mean, it definitely it's got no problem cruising at highway speeds. Not that I'm doing highway speeds right now. Clearly the speed limit's 54. And it's got no tachometer, so it's got no red limit. It's got no red line, so you can't over rev the thing. That's not true. That's a joke. You can definitely over rev it. They just expect that you shift when it just sounds and feels horrible. If it started raining really heavy, I'd be kind of scared because these tires are horrible. I mean, they're pretty bald. I would recommend changing them like ASAP. Maybe take it down, drive the thing to the tire shop and put new tires on it. You're probably looking at maybe $350 to put new tires on the bike. Not that big of a deal. But I'm actually pretty impressed. This thing runs really good. This thing runs really good. If you want to see all the ins and outs and how the actual condition of it and stuff like that, check out the walk around video. I'm going to nitpick this bike apart. I'll show you every little minor flaw on this bike. You'll know this bike better than you know yourself by the time you're done watching the video. One thing I do have to say is for a bike that's made for beginners and, you know, somewhat of an entry-level bike, you'd think it would have a lighter clutch. The clutch is pretty heavy. I guess you would just get really strong on your right forearm. Nothing wrong with that. It's definitely got a good sound. Banks through the gears very well. Engine sounds good. Those 32,000 miles don't scare me at all. Now, if I was riding it and the bike was actually scaring me and it sounded horrible and it felt bad, you know what I mean? Then I'd let you know about it. Or I would just get it fixed, but. Alright guys. Well, this is Sean from Srkcycles.com. I ship bikes all over the country. And it's pretty cheap too. So subscribe, check out the website, and I'll see you guys later.